like I brought up the Ben Simmons situation, and I know I got into like the mental health thing. So I know that's something that you guys may have opinions on.
For sure.
Um, I mean, I was more like, I mean, like, dude, you're making all this money.
That sound like a big point right there.
Yeah, no,
you
real shit.
making you making all this money, like you should be okay, you know, like
Like, what,
Nick is very
like, no, no, no.
straightforward.
All right, all right, all right, all right,
It's
but
real shit though.
no, no, no. But check this out. Check this out. Oh my god, I'm getting yelled at. You see, thanks a lot, you guys. No, I was like,
Who
no,
got
no,
yelled at?
no, 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 no. No, I'm just saying, like, so with the Ben Simmons situation, dude was in the playoffs last year, okay,
Mm.
and you started fucking up. Like
Bad.
you weren't playing at like where you should have been at. The expectation on you was really high, and you didn't meet the expectation. After they got eliminated in the playoffs, that's when everything went downhill. Everybody was like, "We don't want Simmons no more. Trade his ass. Get him the fuck out of here." All that shit is gonna affect with somebody. It's gonna affect you. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't want you. They calling you like you garbage. Like you fucked up. You sold. You know what I'm saying? And now all of a sudden you're using the excuse that you got mental problems, and this is why you don't want to play for that organization no more. No, you're embarrassed.
But it's not. It's not
It
even
is
the.
an
It's
excuse,
it. It's
but
not
like
that.
my
But I,
thing is, so all that was happening during while he was playing with them. You playing in Philly, so Philly's crowd off rip is one of the hardest crowds to play in front of.
Yeah.
Like you have to, you got to be thick skinned to play in front of that crowd. Because if you playing bad, y'all losing by 20, y'all getting booed the fuck off the court.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to playing at Celtics, we losing by damn 40. They just gonna be like, let's get more drunk. You know what I mean? Celtic fans like, let's drink the pain away. Compared
Nah,
to
y'all like throwing bottles at people.
yeah, exactly. Like the crowd breed is different. Breed is different.
Yeah.
So you over there, you're the center point of the team because I mean Joel is the best player yet, but he's the center point of the team. They built that team around that. So
Facts.
you're fucking up. You can't shoot for shit. You still keep years. You still can't shoot. Um, you're passing up open looks. Your teammates are blaming you for that.
And coach.
And coach. Well, I mean, Doc was like,
Doc,
don't give
Doc,
up.
Doc politely said we can't win with this kid. He politely said we, but it was you can read between the lines. He's hey, do you think you can win the game with win a championship with Ben Simmons as your point guard? I don't know. What
said
the
that.
fuck you mean? I don't know.
So
Yeah, it's literally supposed to be. Do you think you will? Absolutely. Like whether you can or not, it's supposed to be absolutely. Like they can.
okay.
like as a young dude, right, under 25 or he is 25, um, center point of the team, you already have the crowd against you because you're playing poorly. You know you're playing poorly, and then you have the media portraying things like, do you feel you're the reason why your team lost? Uh, Obviously he's thinking that, but he can't show that. But then when you have your coach and then your teammates, top teammates, not even like sidings, like top teammates saying like, I don't
See,
know,
but
going basically.
that's where there's something
At that
wrong
point,
with
it's
the
time to get the
organization.
fuck out of there.
No, I agree with. It's something wrong with the organization because as me, if you ask me, if I played bad and you ask me, do you think I was the reason my team lost? I would say I was. I need to play better. I need to step up. Like it's all. It should be all I. Your team
Yeah,
should back you in that when they ask if this person was the problem, it'd be like we all were the problem.
right.
That's how it should go down.
Yeah,
Like,
so
and
I
then you
think,
point out everything that went wrong. Because yes, Ben Simmons should have done more,
yeah,
but there were other reasons they lost that game too. I
right,
mean,
that's
they
why
lost that. It wasn't just all Ben. Ben is just an easy person to target.
I mean, even with Joel having a torn meniscus and that happening, going back to what you said though about it being an excuse, I think uh, both the yes and no. You know what I mean? I think he probably was very affected about this because as soon as they lost, he cut the whole damn team off. Um, so that right there shows like it is a mental thing, especially like you don't want to talk to nobody, you feel betrayed, whatever.
Hmm.
Cut the whole team off, but then he comes back because he has to.
What?
Yes, because like uh he's choosing not to play now after all that time, but then no, because you can see how much it affected him right after.
Would you call that mental though? Because
Wait, him cutting
no. So like him with the team. Well, because the only reason I say that,
bro, that's emotion.
well, I
Yeah,
would
but
say more.
that's
I don't.
normal
That's what
though.
I'm saying. Like I don't feel like I
Mental
feel like
health, you
no,
use
no. And I'm not. I don't. I'm not an expert on mental health. So I don't want to be pretend like I am. But yeah, I honestly think is rough because you have a guy who probably the going into that year, your team felt like you were enough to get us to the championship. All of a sudden,
you know why, bro? He's supposed to be.
there you go. All of a sudden, it turns into, oh well. Not only are you not the reason that we can't get there, you're the main cause of us not being able to get there because you couldn't step up. And then instead of the team saying things to encourage you, and especially to the media, like to the media is one thing. Like you're saying, like in the locker room, you tell your true feelings. It's different there, but when you go in front of millions and you say, "This is the issue," he's the issue. I don't even think it's a mental. It's more like, okay, I'm the issue. Cool. I need to be out then. If I'm the reason you guys aren't making it, let me go do my thing somewhere else.
Right.
So that's where I say I don't know if it's mental because I would feel the same way. Like, well, you can take it two ways. You can either prove them wrong, stay there and prove them wrong, and say, listen, this is the whole issue, or you can say, fine, if I'm the reason, go get somebody that can fix this reason, and I'll go somewhere else, and we'll see what happens.
All right.
You know, you let that eat you up.
But my thing is this though. All right, I get it. Yeah, all right, whatever. Fuck it, I'm the problem. Whatever. But bro, how many years you been in the league, and you didn't put in the work?
Four.
That would make me put in the work because everybody's sitting there talking junk. Like, okay,
But nobody was talking junk at the beginning. They were patiently waiting because of injury. Like I think his first year in the league, he didn't even play. He was out, right? Yeah. And then Joel Embiid, same situation. I believe it was the same thing.
Every Sixers.
First pick, they were out every first season.
I think Fultz was too, right?
Fultz was too. Yeah, he rolled his ankle.
So so they were getting these number one draft picks, and then it was called the process. Like it was a process, right? And now we're at a point where listen, and you got paid. You got money now. You got your contract. They build around him.
They didn't pay him to shoot.
I get that.
They didn't pay him to take a jump shot. They paid him to shoot as far as like putting up baskets. But they didn't pay him they paid him based off of his defense, his ball handling ability, which both are elite. And his finishing at the basket was elite. So that's what made it weird that he wasn't even trying to put up shots at the basket because that's something he does. That's what they paid him for. They didn't. That's why they surrounded him with people who can shoot,
which I get,
including a center who can shoot threes. So I feel like they built the right team.
He had everything. Yeah.
They built the right team. It's just he froze up, and you know what? He's not the first player to freeze up. LeBron froze.
With who?
LeBron froze.
With who?
The first year he was with the Heat, he froze.
But that's first year.
No.
No. Well, he might have actually. Okay, he froze before that, but we're not gonna talk about that.
No, the thing is this: you got that team surrounded around you, and you have a foundation that you already have chemistry built with, and you freeze.
That's a problem. I can understand.
Okay, I didn't want to bring it up, but we know he froze in Cleveland. We know the reason why. We don't got to talk about it, but we know he froze in Cleveland.
But he brought them
that year that he wanted to. You're right. He brought them there. Ben Simmons helped them get. You can't say he didn't help them get to where they got.
Nah, I mean they didn't even make it to the conference final. You know what I'm saying?
But the year, but he contributed in getting them to as far as they got. All these years, when Jimmy was on the team, obviously, Jimmy did his thing. He was a key contributor to getting them there. He was on the floor. He was doing his thing. The only thing I will say about that is we aren't giving him time. Like how many seasons have Ben Simmons been in the league?
No, there's no more time. Fuck that.
No, how many seasons has he been in the league?
I'm gonna say 5.
When did Jordan get his first ring? Rick, you know that better than me.
We gotta give him time.
Bro, it takes nobody's having like a D Wade story where you can get in your third year in the league.
Okay, all right.
No,
all
I'm
right,
saying that
all
doesn't
right.
No, that's
happen.
fact. I hear you.
That
I was
doesn't
talking to my
happen.
coworker about that today.
And you have to remember what type of situation Ben Simmons was brought into. He was brought into a situation where they had a number one pick for a reason.
Worst team
And
in
it was
fucking
trash.
NBA history. They had the worst team, worst record
Yes.
the year he came in.
So you have to you have to take those things into
But you
consideration
go
that
from having the
from
worst record in the NBA
to where they
best.
had the best record. So and he was a part of that. Regardless what happened in the playoffs, he was a part of that getting them there. That's all I'm saying. What happened in the playoffs happened. I'm not discarding that, but he was a big reason why they got there. So you can't take that away from him, even though I know we want to because
Yeah, but in the season,
Sure.
I feel like in the season, listen, if we start off, if we say right now, can we say the Sixers will make the playoffs? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so even
with
without Ben
like a
Simmons,
better
would they
Curry,
make
bro.
would they make the
Yeah.
playoffs?
Yeah.
Okay, without him, with him, would they make the playoffs?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so at the end of the day, yes, they'll make the playoffs with or without him. So technically, do we really need him during the season? No. When do we need him in the playoffs?